Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the channel. As always, it's your host King. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Sasuke RETSUDEN manga adaptation that just came out as at 2 days ago. Now, in case you didn't know, or if you've been living under a rock, the Sasuke RETSUDEN light novel, The Uchiha Descendants and the Heavenly Star Dust, just got its manga adaptation's first chapter released about 2 days ago. And this is some pretty exciting news, guys. Personally, for me, I don't know if you could tell from my avatar's outfit, but I'm a huge Sasuke fan. I always have been, all the way from Naruto up until Shippuden, up until Boruto, and it's pretty exciting to see Sasuke finally get a lot more of the limelight that we all know that he deserves. And yeah, as someone who has read a huge chunk of the light novels, I am pretty excited for this adaptation. Already I'm impressed with the first chapter. The art is really good. Shingo Kimura is on the art this time, and the original story, of course, is by Masashi Kishimoto and Jun Ekasa. So it's some pretty good stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of the comments online about Ikimoto's art and comparisons to Shingo Kimura. And guys, like, come on, Ikimoto is not a bad artist. I mean, I get a lot of the comparisons, and yeah, Shingo Kimura would definitely have a lot of impact if he joined the Boruto team. But like, come on, guys, let's not try to talk like Ikimoto has not been, doing a good job of furthering the Boruto story. But with all that being said, guys, let's just get into the breakdown. So for this breakdown, I'm going to be giving, just talking about the chapter, giving a lot of background information and knowledge, just highlighting some key things from the chapter that I think that, need and deserve more attention, just for this chapter and moving forward, just key moments that I want you guys to pay attention to. And obviously I do intend to do this for the oncoming chapters. It's a bi-weekly manga, so just expect these breakdowns and reviews as we move along. If that sounds interesting, guys, and you want to see more of those, be sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video if you like the video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so from the very start of chapter 1, we see that Naruto is sick, and Sasuke is about to head for the land of Reidaku, a land that we know from this chapter that the Sage of Six Paths was once said to have visited. Now, that's pretty much all that is revealed to us in this chapter, but I'll take it a step further and let you guys know. So the land of Reidaku, or Reidaku Koku, is a land that has existed in the Naruto world for millions of years. And millions of years ago, before it was impacted by a meteorite, it used to be a wetland that was primarily roamed by dinosaurs, hence Menno at the end of the chapter. We'll talk about Menno a bit later. So this land was first mentioned in Kakashi Retsuden in relation to the Shigui, which is an entirely different concept and is something that is tied to the ruler of Reidaku, which is basically the plot for the Kakashi Retsuden light novel, right? So before the meteorite struck, there was a lot of dinosaurs that roamed this land, and now after the meteorite struck, a lot of those dinosaur skeletons have been fossilized, and the people of Reidaku usually refer to these fossils as dragons. And Reidaku is a land that is almost entirely cut off from the outside world due to its mountainous range regions, right? I mean, it's basically Montana in real life if you've been to Montana. But it's really cut off from the outside world, so much so that the idea of conflict and war is basically impossible for them to process. And ninjutsu is just kind of like a rumor. Like, it's basically, they see it as like ninja magic. Like, it's difficult for them to process what goes on. Hence the shock and surprise when the lady Kale is the daughter, Lila, right? Sees Sasuke using his ninjutsu for the first time. So they have no concept of idea, they have no concept of war. They are a primarily self-sufficient land. The Sage of Six Paths actually loved it here. We find that out in the Sasuke Retsuden. Sorry, I keep saying Sasuke Retsuden. I'm talking about Sasuke Retsuden. We find that out about that in the Kakashi Retsuden, rather. Um, light novel that the Sage of Six Paths really loved visiting this land. And who knows, man, he might have had, one or two little offspring running around that. I'm kidding. I don't think, Hagoromo would necessarily, unless I mean, you never know, you never know. But anyway, it's a pretty self-sufficient land, and the purpose of Sasuke's journey, if you couldn't tell, is to find the cure for Naruto's chakra illness. Now, Naruto has a chakra illness, which I'm sure we were able to pick up from the first like 2 pages of the manga. But Naruto has a chakra illness that stems from the massive amount of chakra that his human body has had to contain. Now, interestingly enough, Hagoromo, who was not a full Otsutsuki and was part human, seeing as his father was human, also suffered from the same sickness due to him being the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. So, I mean, the purpose of obviously the Heavenly Stardust and the rest of the plot of this manga, I'm not gonna obviously spoil, but it does get pretty interesting. So yeah, Naruto basically has the same illness as the Sage of Six Paths, and he's going to look for healing for Naruto's chakra illness. Obviously, at some point, Sakura will be heavily involved. Now, this is kind of mixed feelings for a lot of fans. I know and I understand. Not a lot of people like Sakura. I would say Sakura from Sasuke Retsuden is not Sakura from Shippuden. I'm just gonna say that, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not gonna say anything else about Sakura. I will just leave it as she is not the same person. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it's pretty nice to see a lot of progression that goes. Obviously, if you read the chapter, you see that Sasuke finds we see that Sasuke finds out a lot of information. The first thing he finds out about after meeting Kale and Lila was the Book of Yore. The Book of Yore then points them to the Tartar Observatory, which is now the Tartar prison. It was known as the Tartar Observatory in the time of, I guess, the Sage of Six Paths, but it has since been transformed into a prison. Sasuke then decides to infiltrate this prison where he meets Director Zansul and Menno the dinosaur. Menno the dinosaur that ate the guy at the end of the chapter, which was pretty unfortunate. I kind of forgot how grim the story could get. But, it's also a good thing because Sasuke does, find out early about the grim reality of the Tartar prison slash observatory and the fact that there could be more, darker secrets, rather. There could be darker secrets hidden within the walls or within the shadows of the Tartar Observatory. All right, guys, so for the rest of the video, I'm just going to be talking about a few things that I thought were pretty cool from the chapter. I'm not trying to make this too long of a video. I feel like I've given some pointers, some keywords have been thrown out, things that you guys should look for and look out for. But yeah, I'm just going to be talking about stuff I thought was cool. So, firstly, we got to see Sasuke use Genjutsu again, and oh my god, guys, I cannot tell you how happy that made me, because it almost seemed like, everybody had forgotten that Sasuke could use Genjutsu, and he was pretty good at it. This is what happens in the series when not everybody is like a planet buster or an Otsutsuki or an alien cyborg that could basically just see every and anything. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. We saw Sasuke's Genjutsu again. We saw him use his Rinnegan again. Oh my god. That Rinnegan is gonna be missed, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Ameno Tejikara, he switched places with the vase. I thought all of that was pretty cool. And obviously the prison fight scene. I mean, this is Sasuke we're talking about. Ain't no way like a bunch of prisoner stand a chance? Like, this guy could pretty much solo the entire shinobi world by himself. So it was pretty cool. Obviously, director Zansu is very observant. I would say observe his character as well for the next, at least, upcoming chapters. And yeah, guys, that is pretty much all I had to say about this manga adaptation. I'm pretty excited for it. The story is, you know, already picking up. You know, the chapter ended on such an amazing note. I can't wait to see what the next few chapters will bring. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed hearing me discuss about this. If you liked it, please be sure to drop a like down below. Comment your favorite moment from the chapter, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And I will catch you in the next video. Till then, King N out. Bye.